Hi.
Hi. Welcome to Optimal Living with
Yvette Laboy.
and Andy Zool. Y'all, it's a really nice day here today in New York. And today we have a great topic, and we're going to be discussing identities. And last week we were talking about meditating, right? And we did
And spiritual, physical, and emotional healing.
healing, which is
Yeah.
really important, and how this ties into your identity. Um, as an assertiveness coach, um, I like to help people. Is it on?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay.
I can't see. I don't have my glasses on, so.
Um,
Damn thing.
I like to, talk to people about, not just learning about what to do next to move forward, but about themselves. That's really important because how can where you're headed if you don't even know yourself? How do you get to know yourself? That's not so easy. Where do you begin? There has to be a beginning somewhere. I think it's important for you to educate yourself as much as possible when it comes to uh, anything regarding self-help or, like you said, physical healing. That's definitely a key thing. Start with that. Definitely start with what Yvette was talking about last week, healing yourself physically and start to feel better physically, and then you can start targeting this. But today I really want to discuss identity because that really is a big key. A lot of times we, develop these habits of problem solving as children. We even learn habits as babies. And oftentimes
Hi, Primo. Welcome.
in toxic environments and poor upbringing, it usually leads to an incompleteness as adults because of unresolved issues. And it results in a lot of emotional pain that does targets your body, right? It manifests physically, and we wind up getting sick.
Yeah.
Um, and in time, that increases as it seizes, and like I said, inevitably it manifests physically, affecting our health and our overall well-being. So it's really important for people to understand first to deal with what they've gone through in their past. And what happens is if you don't do this, you're left with feeling incomplete. So you don't know who you are because of maybe being never being heard. So you're used to not being heard, and then you're used to just making everyone happy but yourself. And then you're left with not knowing who you are. You missed out on a childhood. Now you're an adult and you want to be a child again, and you find that your life is not really getting where you want it to be because you never really fulfilled that childhood. So how do you do that? How do you do that? And a lot.
I'm going to cut you up, but that
Sure.
kind of reminds me, it's going to be fun. That kind of reminds me of like the people I've dated, like they act like children. Is that kind of like the same thing you're talking about?
It is, absolutely. Some people think they're still in college. I mean, I don't mind that sometimes because even me, right? Even it's fun. It's fun to still have that childlike, that youth inside your spirit. But yeah, we're talking about totally different,
Okay.
right?
All right, got it. I'm just joshing folks.
Yeah. Some people really, we're talking about people who don't know how to handle their emotions. They don't know if they're not being assertive. It's because you're not dealing with your emotions. You think you are. You trick yourself into believing that you are, but you're not. You're not being real. Essentially, you're being phony. And which leads me to the next thing is that's really sad because then you're never yourself, and then you start doing things that you shouldn't do. Maybe you want to be like somebody because you don't feel good about yourself. So you really want to act like someone, talk like someone, look like someone, do what they do, and it's great. It's a great compliment. It can be flattering, right?
Yeah, it can
Right?
be. I've had people do that to me, and it is flattering, but
It is.
sometimes it gets annoying.
I think you have to draw the line.
Yes.
You have to draw the line somewhere of when it comes to that. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not talking legal here. I know we have plagiarizing and mimicry and imitation, things like that. But to some extent, there's a line that has to be drawn there. And it's important to be yourself. Okay, so I'm going to put you back to Yvette because we just had a great function last night, and that went really well. Yay! For
Thank
the
you.
Life
The
Project Life
Center.
Center. Yes.
And that is located in Woodside, Queens. And it's basically a woman's wellness center that I've been so blessed. I'm so blessed and grateful that I have the opportunity to teach there. And I'm going to be teaching there every Wednesday from 7 to 7:50 p.m. I'm going to be teaching the things that you see me teach online, which is autoimmunity, which is a big thing, lupus, autoimmune diseases, gut health, uh, workshops on sugar, food, nutrition, physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. I do Reiki. I work with the chakras. I'm going to be doing all this stuff live. So people that are in New York City that are not stalkers, okay, that want to come and see me live, by all means, go there every Wednesday. It's at 3802 61st Street in Woodside. It is called the Project Life Center, and it's just really amazing. And it's a sisterhood of some really amazing women and healers that are going out there to just support women. On Wednesday is men's night, so men can come also on a Wednesday night. And it's
Again,
just really,
no stalkers.
no stalkers.
No stalkers. Trust me, you wouldn't want to stalk.
I kick ass.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't want to stalk.
I kickbox. So no. So please come by. It's really an amazing place. To all the women out there that are in New York City, I invite you to come by. And it's a new place, and I just really love the place. We had a launch last night, and it was a great big party of sisterhood. Women
Super
connecting.
successful.
Yes.
I mean, really.
And it was fun. The energy there was just amazing. A bunch of amazing human beings.
Yes, definitely. And I love that. This is women helping women. And like you said, on Wednesdays, they have it for men. I think that's wonderful. It's not easy sometimes. As we get older, we all change, right? I want to say every 10 years, we change. We change. We change our likes, maybe, or our circle of friends, right? Because everyone grows apart, or someone moves away, or whatever. You change your interests, even, and it's hard sometimes to make new friends who can share those same interests or your new interests. Not that easy to do. So to have a place like this where everyone can, right, meet and share the same interests, and
get together and learn and evolve and grow. As you all know, I'm all about growing and evolving and being healthy and healing your body, mind, and spirit. So it's going to be all about that. It's pretty amazing. They have everything from photography to business classes to yoga, Pilates, health and wellness. That's me, folks. Personal development, everything. So, like I said, I invite you to go there. They're going to have a sisterhood circle this Monday from 6 to 7 p.m. I'll be there. And I'm super excited for this new project. And it's all good. I had a great time. You saw the pictures. Yes.
Yeah. She had a great time.
Wouldn't stop dancing all night. Not bad for an old broad, right? What you were speaking about identity, going back to that.
Yeah.
From a healing, coming from a healing point of view, what I've noticed, and I'm not saying that, and I'm probably going to get some hate mail, and some people are going to be like, blah, blah, how can you freaking say that? Well, I can say it because I suffered from an illness, okay? There we go. Now, from a person who's ill at one point in her life, who was very, very ill and almost died from the illness, what I see now doing the work that I do with people, sometimes people say that they want to heal and they want to get better, but when it comes to identity, they have made that disease their identity. And I'm not saying that they're thinking, I don't want to heal, but in their subconscious mind, a part of them doesn't really want to heal because they've connected themselves to that disease that now, if I heal, well, who am I? I'm no longer the girl who had lupus. I'm no longer the woman who had lupus. I'm no longer the person who's diabetic. So now what? I'm not special, and it sounds sick, but there's some people out there who actually experience this because they haven't worked on their identity and who they really are. And we're not identified by the illness that we have, we're identified by who we are, the person we are, what we give out to the world, You know, some people like to hike, some people like to bike. You know, some people like to dance. You know, so you're that person. You're that person who's a good dancer. You don't have to identify yourself to that disease. You know, let it go. It's not your identity.
So
You know, and some people do that. They'll hang on. They'll say, I have people that come to me. I want to hear. I want to hear. I tell them what they need to do, and they don't do it. And then sometimes I think, are they just so they've invested so much in that identity of being the person that's sick that people are going to be, oh, pobrecita, oh, you know, you have celiac disease, and oh, poor, you know, poor you, poor you, poor you.
right.
And they kind of miss that. But that's not your identity. This disease and your illness is not your identity. You are your identity. So you need to work on yourself and being
Right.
that person
Right.
that you need to be out there. I am not, my identity is not lupus. It never was lupus when I had it. I wanted to get rid of this disease because it was literally killing me. And when I
Mm-hmm.
got rid of it, fine, I talk about it just to show people that you can heal your body, that you can go out there and make a difference and take a stand from your body. But that was never my identity. From the minute I got it, I wanted to get rid of it.
Well, you could see all the hobbies that you have, like the kayaking, for instance, and the visiting the graveyards, historical
Paranormal investigation.
the historical places,
History, hiking.
you do things, and that's obvious because it shows in the work. You're always making those posts, and you're always sharing that with everyone, and that's good that you know who you are and what you like, and that you pursue that. And I think even with people who, if you don't have any hobbies or anything at all, make a hobby. Take a walk around the block. Take some pictures with your phone. You never know, right?
Yeah.
Just develop something small, a small hobby, and so you can just work your way up from there. And that's important because, like Yvette said, you don't want to wind up having something and then all you identify is with basically that or drama, right? Because
Yeah.
you have people who identify with drama. They just love drama, 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 drama. And you guys know what I'm talking about, you people, because they're out there, and there are the people who are the woe is me. Woe is me, woe is me. But what are you doing to help yourself?
It's like those people, and I'm not making fun of anybody, but you ever seen those people that you say, hey, how are you? How's everything? And you regret asking that question. They're like, ay, Dios mío, I have a pain here and here and here and blah, 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 blah. And I'm not making fun of anybody, but it's like, holy cannoli. Now I regret asking you how you were and what's going on because you just gave me your whole freaking health history. And it's like, wow, or, oh, no, que mi novio, my boyfriend left me for this and that, la, 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 la. And you're like, wow. By the time you leave, you're like dizzy and you're like, oh, man. And next time you see that person, you're like, trying to sneak and hide, like, ooh. Because you don't want to talk to them now because, they're just vomiting all this stuff on you. And you're like, oh, you want to go home and cleanse because you're like, oh my God, I got all that shit on me, So, um, so we need to chill with that as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. Listening is okay, but yes, you got these people that they want to throw all their woes on you, and it's sad to see that they put all the energy and effort to talking about that and doing nothing about it. So these are the people who like the drama, into that, but you're doing it to yourself, and really, if you want to help yourself, then obviously you have to watch our show because
Yes.
we have a lot more coming.
And law of attraction says what you think about and talk about, you attract more.
Exactly.
So if you're talking about the negative things that are going on in your life, guess what? You're going to bring more of that into your life. People think that I'm this happy-go-lucky person, and I am for the most part. But there are times I have stuff that happens to me that sometimes I'm not so happy-go-lucky. But you know what? I don't concentrate on that. I concentrate on the things that are going on good. I'm grateful for them, and that's what I talk about. If someone asks me, "How are you doing?" Well, I'm doing fantastic. I went on this great hike, and I feel fantastic. I don't talk about the fact that I tripped and fell and messed up my wrist.
Right.
Although I
Right.
just said it now, but that's not what I'm concentrating on.
Right.
I'm concentrating on the fact that I had a really good hike and I feel phenomenal.
Right. Right.
And that's what you want to concentrate on.
Yes, absolutely. You don't want to focus on the negative because that's what you're going to get back. You keep focusing, all your energy is going towards the negative, think about it this way. I've said it before online. You feed the negative, you're feeding the beast. What do you think is going to happen? It's just the negativity, that energy is going to grow more and more, but it's going to grow more negative, not more positive. Obviously, you have to fill it in with something positive in order to, you know what I mean? Work. That's right. You gotta wait. You gotta wait.
You gotta do the
You
work.
gotta do the work.
You gotta do the work. And
That's
if you
it.
do the work, your life will be much, much better. You'll be much more happier.
And healthier. That is for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
You know? You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Let's talk about it. We're just talking about work.
Work, 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 work. To me, I be work, 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 work. You see me do me dirt, 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 dirt. Tell me about that work, 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 work. When you walk a line, 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 line. I'm in the cafe, my da, 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 da. Drive me a dessert.
That's it. That's
do
it.
the work,
Ladies
right?
and gentlemen, we have to do the work. Life is not easy, but you know what? You don't have to think that way. You can just keep yourself busy with happy and positive things, and you'll always have the strength to overcome.
Absolutely.
So we're going to wrap it up for today because we have some great shows coming up. We just began this show, so we still have some work
I have
to
to
do.
work,
And we're totally looking forward to that.
work. To do for this Wednesday, my first class is going to be about grounding and centering. So I have to get my booty home and do some work on that, on the workshops that I'm going to be doing. Go to projectlifecenter.com. They have a list of classes. You have to register for the class. If you pay $20 a week, you can do as many classes as you want. Isn't that pretty awesome?
That is amazing.
Or you can get a membership for $75.
I'm so going to be there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
I'm
I'm
so
doing that
gonna be
sisterhood
there.
circle because I'm
Oh,
all
yeah.
about sisterhood.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
This is my sister from another mister,
Woo!
Andy Zool, and
That's
I am
right.
Yvette Laboy. Thank you for joining us today
Yes.
on Optimal Health. Optimal Living, I forgot the name.
And optimal health, the optimal the mind, optimal body.
Soul, you name it. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you next week. I'm doing my live chats from my Yvette Laboy Coach page. So if you're not there, go over there and like my page. So this way you can catch my live chats. God bless.
Ciao.
Bye.